After 38 years of marriage, 3 grown married children, and 5 precious grandchildren, she pulls this shit. I have worked my ass off to finally be debt-free and 2 years away from retirement. She tells me she is in Arizona for an educator conference she is required to attend. I dropped her lying ass off at the airport with plans to pick her up Thursday. A co-worker of mine is in Vegas for a PBR event. He sends me a picture of her in a casino with our primary care physician. So, it's Christmas and all the kids are coming here. I have looked forward to hunting with my son and grandsons. I don't know if I should blow the thing to hell or play it cool until after Christmas. I guess I could gather more evidence if I just pick her up and act as if all is well. I am not sure I can do that, but the other choice is to devastate my children at a terrible time of the year. This bitch sang a solo in church Sunday before she caught a flight on Monday to spend the week fucking the doctor. I have never suspected her cheating in over 40 years of our relationship. I damn sure never have. I guess the life I was so secure in is over. I am glad my parents are not here to see this. I may just catch a flight tomorrow and find their ass. The hell of it is both my brothers are dead and there is nobody I can tell this shit to. Maybe the pastor hell. She is probably blowing him too. Update number 1. Thanks to everyone for your support over the last few days. I have received many messages asking for updates. I have also been given good advice, and it has given me the opportunity to vent at a time when I have to act as if all is well. I took some time off from work, and I am at my camp. My wife's sister picked her up at the airport Thursday evening. I hired a lawyer and a private investigator recommended by the lawyer. I have not confronted my wife, nor have I told anyone about the pictures from Vegas other than my lawyers and Reddit. My wife believes I am at the camp because a big buck I have hunted for a couple of seasons is back on my plot cameras. We have talked by phone and texted several times. Just ordinary conversation. She has no reason to suspect I have started an investigation into her trip or her life. Every communication has ended with "I love you" just as it always has. I have followed my lawyer's advice concerning our financial position. The private investigator has already informed me that he was able to confirm an affair has existed between her and the doctor for over a year. We will learn in time how long it has gone on. She did not attend a conference in Arizona. She spent every night she was gone in Vegas. I intend to confront her when the private investigator completes his investigation. We believe they will meet since I am out of town. I intend to give them ample opportunity to do so before I come home. I was not aware that most affairs occur in the demographic group of 55 to 70 years old. I thought we had a very good marriage. She seemed content with where we were in life, and I believed she loved me as I did her. I loved her completely. Everything seems so surreal. Each day has brought things to light I never would have imagined. I guess at this point, I want to know how many years of my life have been a lie, and why the life we had was not enough. Why was I not enough? Why were our children and grandchildren not enough? She is a beautiful woman. I always thought it was inside and out. I am going to divorce her. There is no path to reconciliation. I am not sure how scorched earth I will go. I am very angry at both of them. I will confront the doctor and his wife together. I can't say today exactly what else I will do. I think I have to take it one step at a time, and the first step is to learn as much as I can before they have a chance to collaborate on their stories. He may just be the latest in line. Update number 2. I am going home tonight. My mother-in-law is 84 and has been widowed for 12 years. She will be devastated by my wife's cheating. My wife has 3 married sisters who are all in long-term marriages. They are coming to our house for Christmas tomorrow night. I have grilled steaks for them since my father-in-law died every Christmas. If I don't go home for this, it will raise red flags for her. I considered faking the flu and staying here, then I decided to just go home. If I don't go home, it will affect my plans to come back with my son and grandsons. I have not confronted her. We have talked some, but mainly have texted. I am positive she suspects nothing at this point. I gave the code for the gate and house to the private investigator. He took an IT guy and was able to access her desktop while she was at work. Somehow, he is receiving her texts now from iCloud. I don't really understand how he was able to accomplish this, but he did. I am not in contact with the private investigator or lawyer every day. I have no idea what all he has been able to find. I have an appointment to meet with him and my attorney next Friday morning, 1 week from tomorrow. It is hard enough for me to control my anger with what I know now. I believe I am spending unnecessarily at this point for the private investigator. But the attorney wants me to continue to gather evidence until I confront her. I plan to get what he has next week and hopefully be able to quit paying him. I always go to camp, the week before and after Christmas. She will suspect nothing if I can hold off slapping the shit out of her when I get home. I will leave again on Sunday. My son and grandsons are scheduled to hunt the week before Christmas, as we do every year. I have not seen her in almost 2 weeks. I never thought the love I had for her could turn into this much hatred and contempt. My plan is to gift wrap the evidence I get next Friday. After Christmas lunch, we will open gifts with our children and grandchildren. I am going to let her open hers last, tell her to show our children, take her phone, and leave. My next stop will be the doctor's house, where I will deliver the evidence to his wife and family. I will then file for divorce on the grounds of adultery. Update number 3. I came home from the camp last Thursday evening. She was home. I was exhausted from not being able to sleep, and our conversation was minimal. Friday night, we had our Christmas gathering with her mother and 3 sisters at our house. I was able to pull that off without her suspecting anything. Saturday was gone most of the day, and after church Sunday, I returned to my camp. My son and grandson met me and my oldest grandson there Sunday night. We hunted all week, and I have returned home tonight. We have no plans for tomorrow. Our children and grandchildren will attend church with us on Sunday and then come here for Christmas lunch and gifts. I have been able to control my emotions in a manner no one has suspected the life-changing situation I am in. I have reconsidered the method I am going to use to reveal her affair. I am not going to confront her on Christmas. I have an appointment with my attorney on Tuesday morning. I intend to get all the evidence he and the investigator have gathered, along with the divorce papers he has drawn up. I intend to have my son and 2 daughters come to our house for a family meeting and expose her affair to them, as well as confront her at the same time. I want to do this Tuesday night. I am not sure at this point how I will confront the doctor and his wife. My intentions are to destroy his reputation and career through any means available to me. Update number 4. We made it through Christmas with my children, grandchildren, and in-laws. Monday morning, I went and saw my pastor and told him the situation. He facilitated a meeting with me and affair partner's wife. We agreed to confront our spouses on Monday night, requiring them to write a detailed letter of the affair. I did and did not allow my wife to say anything to me. I told her I knew she was in Vegas and who she was with. I told her to write the letter of detail, and if there was any contradiction to the evidence I had, there would be no chance of reconciliation. On Tuesday morning, I met with my attorney and obtained evidence collected and received advice from my attorney. Tuesday afternoon met with the affair partner's employer, demanding he be terminated. Tuesday night, my children came, and their mother told them what she had done. They are shocked and hurt. My wife went home with my daughter and remains there still. I am trying to decide my best course of action. I see no path to reconciliation. I will determine what other action to take with affair partner after I am sure of what I need to do with my own marriage. She confessed to everything and gave an answer for every specific detail I required in her letter. Thanks for your well wishes. I am doing fine considering where I am. Update number 5. I'm going to try to answer your questions. 1. Did you ask her why? Of course, I asked why. She said she didn't know why. She described to me and my children that she felt like an addict. She knew she was destroying her life, but would not stop. She told our children no child should ever have to be disappointed or embarrassed by their mother's immortality, that they didn't deserve the shame of a whore. I am not going to say all she has said to me simply because I don't know if any of it is true. 2. How did she act? She is completely destroyed, remorseful, begging for forgiveness from me and the children. She does understand what she has done. 3. How did my children react? By one telling her and the other 2 agreeing it would have been easier to bury you than this. 4. Do I want to be married? Sure I do. That's why I didn't ever cheat on my wife. 5. Have I met the affair partner's wife and told her? Yes, we have met twice and communicated by phone and text several times. 6. Do I not care for his family by having him fired? I care more for the next patient's wife he hits a hard-on for. 7. Am I divorcing her? I don't know. 8. Have I sought therapy? Not at this time. What I need is for this to go away. If you know of anyone who can make that happen, by all means, I will do therapy. I can tell you that every situation is unique in its elements, personalities, and complexities. I could and would have dealt differently at a different time of my life than I am now. It is very easy to know just what to do when you are behind a keyboard. Some of you are keyboard experts, but are not very skilled in advice. Some of the comments you have made are without you knowing every nuance I am dealing with. Others have been a great source of strength. One Redditor has been a valuable source of wisdom, knowledge, and encouragement to me. He has helped me in more ways than I would even try to thank him for. It is very strange of my personality to have found such a kindred spirit with an anonymous soul. Oh yeah, why is she at my daughter's and not my in-laws? Her dad is dead. Her mom is 84. I don't want her mom to have to deal with this BS. She is at my baby daughter's and her husband's home. They have no children yet. The chance of her turning any of my children against me does not exist, but that is especially true of this little spitfire. She is 10 years younger than her sister and 12 years younger than her brother. She has spent more hours in a deer stand, bay boat, office, and truck with me than we could even begin to count. She won't even let her say the true things that are bad about me, much less lies. Update number 6. I had a brother who was 14 years younger than me. He was a college professor and lived 8 hours from our hometown. He died in a motorcycle accident in 2017. He left one daughter who is now 24, married, and lives in another state than her mother, but has brought her new baby home to see her mother and in-laws. My sister-in-law has never remarried. I called my sister-in-law last night to find out when my niece was going back home. She is actually staying this week with her husband's parents, who are about 40 minutes from my sister-in-law. My children are smothering me, so I am taking a road trip. I am going to meet my great-nephew, who is named after my brother and me. I asked her to reserve me a hotel room, to which she replied, "There is no way in hell that's happening. You will stay here and we will watch movies and eat ice cream. I don't know when I am coming back." I have not spoken to, seen or communicated with my wife since Tuesday night. I have blocked her number. I called my son and told him where I was going, and for him to go by the office and lease a rental property my company owns. It is a house renters moved out of and has been completely renovated with the intent to sell. I told him to inform his mother to come and get what she needed from our house and move in the rented house. She is to pay rent to my son, who will pay my company. I am having a new keypad installed on the gate and doors to my house on Wednesday, so if she needs her stuff, now is the time to fetch it. Update number 7. When I called my sister-in-law, I told her I would be coming alone to see my niece and her new baby. She asked me why my wife was not coming, and I just said, "There are some issues I will tell you when I get there." I got here around midnight, and she had just taken a hot pound cake out of the oven. It was the best thing I have eaten in weeks. I gave her all the details of my saga. I have teared up a few times, but as I went through all of it with her, I broke down and wept. She was very supportive and wept with me. She stroked my bursted ego, and I guess I felt better after we talked. I went upstairs to bed about 3:00 yesterday morning. Yesterday morning, she cooked me bacon and eggs for breakfast, and as I ate, she told me that I may make the rules and run the show back home, but not at her house. She then proceeded to tell me my schedule. At 1, I had haircut appointment. I needed a haircut when this all happened, and it was overdue, so I agreed. After the haircut, we were going to Dillard's and bought some clothes that fit me. I have lost over 30 pounds in 3 weeks. I was going to go with her to a friend's house that was having a bonfire and fireworks for a little while last night. I was going to go with her to church today, and she was going to go visit her parents this afternoon. She is cooking supper tonight, and her daughter and son-in-law are coming to eat and visit. Her son-in-law is taking me deer hunting tomorrow with dogs on an 8,000-acre timber company lease he is a part of. He is off all week, and if I want to, I can stay and hunt all week if I want to, and she will wash my clothes and feed me. I have never done it, so I don't know what to expect. We are not going to talk about my problems again until I leave to go home. So hell, I did what I was told to do. She went with me to her regular salon. On the way there, she said, "I am going to use you to have some fun. When I introduce you, I am going to give them your first and middle name." I asked her what the hell, and she just laughed and said just play along. I am going to give these bitches something to talk about. My middle name is my mother's maiden name, and that's how she introduced me to her hairstylist. During my haircut, she asked me where I was from, and I told her Detroit. There is no way my accent would allow me to be from Detroit. My sister-in-law never missed a beat and said he's a logger. Next stop Dillard's. I have not been shopping for anything in years. I wound up buying 3 new pants, 4 shirts, 2 pairs of shoes, a tie, and a heart shuffer Mark suit. According to her, it is the only suit my brother would wear. I did not know he was so peculiar about his clothes. I also bought a new belt. The suit had to be hemmed, and she convinced them to do it while we waited. On the way home, she told me I was going to be her date for the party and church. She told me to look at her like I looked at a new gun, so they would buy it. I went along with her, except at the party I was from Atlanta, and I sold road graders and had been married and divorced 4 times. At church this morning we got there late and left early because she doesn't want to be struck by lightning for lying in church. She sat right up under me and held my hand when we walked out. I have had a good time looking like Dumb and Dumber with my 46-year-old sister-in-law. She has cut up the whole time, and I have laughed, genuinely laughed. I have not done that for 3 weeks. I am going to hunt tomorrow and may stay until Wednesday, but I have to be at work Friday. I have talked to my son a couple of times. He thinks they need to try to get her some medical help. She evidently is not saying much, and stays in her bedroom at my daughter's house most of the time. Her phone is dead, and he and my other daughter communicate with her through my youngest. The affair partner's wife sent her a long text in which she called her everything but a child of God. I have not communicated with my wife. She asked where I was and told my daughter I would never be able to forgive her, and she didn't blame me for not forgiving. My son said she looked like death. I still see no path to reconciliation, however. I am not going to file for divorce until I am completely sure. Some have said divorce and reconcile if I change my mind. That seems like a waste of time, energy, and money. When I decide to divorce, it will be final. I also am not going to sue a affair partner if I don't divorce. If I do divorce, I will sue him to defray what the divorce settlement will be. Otherwise, I don't want his money. I have come to terms with the fact this is not going to end soon, and that my life will never be the same. I started keeping a journal today, and I have realized it helps the order of my thoughts by writing them down. I think this video is almost gone too long for my viewers' perspective. I have dug deeper and found updates that were deleted by the user or the mods. I can't include all these updates in this one video. If I do, this video will be 50 minutes longer than it is currently. I'll make a part 2 of this story, where the rest of the updates and the recovery of Op will be narrated. It has taken a little longer to uncover this story, as most of this was deleted and had to be recovered. I hope you liked it, and if you do, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting part 2 of this story as soon as possible.